Good morning, participants. The topic today is banking, because you are seeking a career in the banking industry or an insurance company. To clear this competitive examination, you need to appear for a written test followed by an interview. To clear both, you have to equip yourself sufficiently. Today we are going to discuss about banking. First of all, what is a bank? What does a bank do, or what do banks in the country do? A bank can be compared with a reservoir or a dam. What does a dam do? What does a reservoir do? A reservoir, it collects water when it rains and stores it, channelizes it when there is a need for water for human use, for agricultural purposes, and so on. So like that, a bank mobilizes the small savings and surpluses that are available with the crores and crores of people of the country, creates it into a huge fund and channelizes the fund for economic development. A bank supports the industrial sector, the agricultural sector, and the service sector. No sector of the economy can survive without the financial support from a commercial bank. Thereby, you can say a commercial bank is the backbone or lifeblood of the country's economy. Whether in India or elsewhere, this is what is the status of a bank. Okay. Do you know how long the concept of banking is being practiced in the world? Or in India, for that matter? The concept of banking, or a reference about the concept of banking, has been made in Chanakya's Arthashastra. Chanakya lived 2000 years ago. The concept of banking or banking was practiced in the world a few centuries before Christ. That is what is the history of banking. In olden days, 2000 years ago or 2500 years ago, only the individuals, they were doing the business of banking. The only difference between the olden day moneylender or pawnbroker or the individual and a modern banking is, the modern bank is allowed or permitted to mobilize deposits from the public, whereas the individuals 2000 years ago or even today, they are not permitted, they are not allowed for collection of deposits from the public. Then how does the moneylender or the pawnbroker lends money? Where does he get from his money? He is bringing in his own capital. He is bringing in his own capital and risking it. Financing is a very risky venture. Financing is a very risky operation. A certain amount of risk is involved. In any business, if you take, risk is involved. But in financing, the risk is very, very high. So, the individuals who were unable to bring in more and more of their own capital into the business and risking it was very difficult. After some time, these individuals they started forming cartels amongst themselves. 5 or 6 or even 10. They were forming a cartel. A cartel, what do you mean by a cartel? A cartel is an association of a few number of people. 10, 20 people, 10, 20 individuals who were engaged in financing or lending. They came together, they formed an association, they contributed their capital into the business. Now, this cartel started doing the same business as the individual. What is the difference between the individual doing the business and the cartel doing the business? In the cartel business, the risk is diversified or the risk is diverted. The risk is also shared by each and every member of the cartel. This was considered as an advantage. So, this is how the cartel form of banking came into being.